You've probably never heard of Qeshm Island, most likely not where you choose to spend your summer vacation. It's right here at the Strait of Hormuz. It's in the Persian Gulf. It's called the crown jewel of the Persian Gulf. What do they got on this island? Let's go ahead and watch the tourist video of Qeshm Island. They've got boats doing circles with other boats. They've got some camels, more boats, birds, and mosques and camels, and dudes on boats and birds and camels. So it looks like a place for a lot of birds and camels and other stuff. Okay. If you look through the photos, you can see more camels. Fine. That's at least what used to be there. Now it is an island full of black smoke and rubble and horrors that only can be visited upon you by the United States military and our operational platforms. Video reported from the American attack on Qeshm Island in Iran. Yikes. It is ablaze and on fire. The reason why America is attacking this island and looking like a massive attack is because this island is being used to house a ton of the IRGC's missile bases where they pop off at ships. You can see here, this is Qeshm Island right here. And they shoot at ships from this island. And they hit tankers, and they just hit a tanker. And they killed someone and then disabled the entire tanker because it was, well, I don't know why. This led to a fresh round of strikes from CENTCOM and also from other Arab nations. We learned that the United States was using other Arab nations, Bahrain and Kuwait, to launch missile platforms from. So that's very interesting. So now we have like an Arab land-based missile operation. Yikes, things are escalating. Iran claims Strait of Hormuz is closed after firing at a ship. President Trump says it's open. People are sharing videos like this. You can never be too sure exactly what's up, but apocalyptic. Iran has begun targeting oil infrastructure in the Gulf. This will not end well. Yikes. People are saying that a massive plume of black smoke is rising over Qeshm Island in the Strait of Hormuz. Heavy airstrikes last hour. U.S. official confirms U.S. military conducted heavy strikes on the air defense systems as well as IRGC speedboats in locations around the Strait of Hormuz 1 hour ago. Some are saying that 3 U.S. soldiers have been killed in Iran strikes. This has not been confirmed. And we hope, of course, that it's not true. Kuwait confirms material damage from barrage. So everybody's trading blows. Again, Iran says enemy launched missiles towards Qeshm Island. Short time ago, another explosion heard in Qeshm Island. The governor of Qeshm announced that between 10 and 11 missiles were launched by the U.S. towards Qeshm Island. All of the targets were military. Okay, well, that's nice. No camels hurt, hopefully. Iran's mayor, 2 projects hit Abu Musa Island near the Straits. They're going after these islands where the military is using to project force in the Strait of Hormuz. Yikes. Iran state media says reliable source as the U.S. attacked several areas of the province. New wave of attack. Qeshm Island were targeted and several explosions were heard across the area. Maintenance department was martyred as a result of these attacks while on duty. 2 of his colleagues were also injured. They're receiving medical treatment. More than 10 explosions heard on the island of Qeshm. Thick black smoke. Remember, there is still a social media blackout. These people don't have internet. And so there's only state-run media. Residents were reported hearing several blasts, Navy and Air Force strikes. The governor has confirmed that there were a bunch of bombs dropped. No casualties, they say. Missiles were launched to blow up the island. Okay. U.S. military conducted the airstrikes. Also targeted a couple of locations around Hormuz. There we go. So anyway, it's Groundhog Day, right? U.S. Central Command bragging about this. U.S. Air Force F-35A stealth fighter jet has refueled over the Middle East and is constantly present whenever called upon. So there you go. It's badass looking jets. Iran has responded to its Arab neighbors, saying, okay, we're going to nuke you, effectively. Iran sends urgent warning to all citizens, saying, to all citizens and residents in Kuwait, Bahrain, and the United Arab Emirates, due to the subservience of your rulers and the use of some residential areas to launch surface-to-surface missiles towards Iran, we urge you to exercise utmost caution. In the event that any missile systems or platforms are detected in the vicinity of your residential area, please evacuate the area as quickly as possible. Stay away from the American military bases and facilities. Refrain from frequenting or passing in their vicinities. All residents must evacuate these areas immediately and move to safe distances. We have previously issued clear and present warnings, your rulers, about the danger of engaging in this path and dragging the peoples into a major gamble with their fate. If you choose to blind subservience and make decisions that do not represent the will of the peoples, but are imposed on them from outside the borders, the absence of any real sovereignty, therefore you bear full responsibility. So Iran is saying you better clear out of the Middle East right now. Partly, some of this is happening because President Trump's life was under threat, allegedly. This is just according to reports that there was a assassination plan against President Trump, and a lot of the acceleration in the region is because of that. Donald Trump effectively confirmed that by not flying on the new Air Force One, taking another plane back, having to fly using black ops on a military aircraft, fortified military aircraft out of NATO and out of Turkish airspace. He was in Turkey. It's not too far away from Qeshm Island, right? See, so this is the Persian Gulf. This is Turkey right here. It does share a border with Iran right here. And Donald Trump was not terribly far away from Iran during this NATO visit. Well, anyway, interesting news out of all this. According to the New York Times, U.S. official, Iran is expected to make a public announcement in the coming days announcing free passage for commercial ships through the Strait of Hormuz. Per officials, if such a statement followed by commensurate action is not made, we're going to have a good outcome for them, signaling renewed and expanded U.S. strikes on Iran. Yikes. Also, President Trump is saying that they're going to open up a pipeline to bypass the Strait of Hormuz, which would potentially take trillions out of the Iranian economy and would leave the strait sort of desolate.
Of Iran. What we've got coming through the Reuters news agency is that missile launching capability in Iran, I should say, was hit. The area the explosions are reported is Qeshm Island and Bandar Abbas. That is to the northwest side of the Strait of Hormuz. And all of this follows a fresh round of airstrikes that are confirmed confirmed by the U.S. Central Command. The U.S. says sea-based and land-based fighter jets, as well as drones and munitions fired from ships, were all used in the attack. The U.S. says the targets included missile, drone sites, naval capabilities, and sites used for surveillance. 140 targets were hit in last night's round of strikes. That latest round of strikes was triggered by Iran firing on another commercial ship.
It's gonna keep going back and forth like this until somebody gets it right. We'll see. We pray for peace. We want things to be reoriented back to America first, back to this country. We want cheap gas. How are we going to get it? I don't know. If you have an idea, let me know in the comment section. It's your boy Benny.